So when you guys play Friday, it's going to be a year since you were last in Indy, and the season came to a rather abrupt end. Um, what do you kind of remember most from that day?
Just the happiness, obviously before knowing, our season was going to be cut short. We had a practice at, I believe, Butler, leading up to the big game next day. But just a lot of happiness, guys flying around, just like I'm saying, just so happy, energized, ready to play, in the Big Ten tournament, knowing, how well we ended our season. But, you know, obviously, it hurts, our season being cut short, but um, it's amazing, where we're at right now. Like you said, a year from now, we're in the same position, not only better. So we're excited, and this team is really pumped up and ready to go.
I mean, kind of all we heard about was just how good that practice was. I mean, just did it feel different kind of in that moment, just the way you guys were playing?
Yeah, like I said, it was just a lot of energy. Guys came in that day ready to go, ready to play. First game of the tournament. We just like I said, there was just a lot of happiness, a lot of energy. Everyone was ready to just play basketball.
All right, thanks, Trent.
Hey, Trent, Coach Underwood talked about how with Io, he's just made for these big games. I'm just curious how you've seen him grow as a leader on and off the court during his time at Illinois.
I mean, like you said, he's grown in so much areas. He's not only, unstoppable on offense, but he's turned into that guy on defense that get after, other guards. He's diving on loose balls. He's rebounding tremendously every game. He's doing whatever it takes to help his team win. And it's important. We have our guy, our leader, leading us, every night. Playing hard for 40 minutes, and he comes out every night, doing that. And every other guy, steps up, and hop on the train with him. We got his back. So like I said, he's grown in so many areas. I've learned a lot from him. And just so impressive, how, when it's down, late game down the stretch, he never shies away from the basketball. He loves that moment. He enjoys it. He loves the ball being in his hands, down two, down three, want to hit that big shot. And, we need a guy like that. And, he's been, great for this team. Past 2 years, just unbelievable.
Thanks a lot, Trent, and good luck this week.
Thank you.
Hey, Trent, it's fair to say, no offense to the other guys, but the first 2 years you were here, you didn't have a big man like Kofi Coburn. So when he arrived, how did that change things?
I think, it helped us a lot on, defense. Obviously, previous years we've played up the line, but, we didn't have a guy like that in the interior, to, break down offensive teams, driving the basketball. We were small, we played Monte and Jordan at the five sometimes. So it puts a lot of pressure, on other teams when we're on defense because, you can't just drive the basketball down there, with big fella down there because, he's so big, he protects the rim and he's, when he's very active and, energy and talking all night, it disrupts offensive teams, good players. So he's been huge for us, ever since he stepped on his campus and, he's, a piece that's helped this team turn it around.
How have you seen him get better this year?
Just being dominant, obviously with his size, it was easy, just come and just throw the ball into him, but I think what's very, interesting is, his field goal percentage, when he gets it, he's scoring the basketball at a high clip every time he gets the ball. He's drawing a lot of, double teams, triple teams, getting to the free throw line tremendously. But that's where it starts on our offense here, him. So when he's he's running on the court hard, rolling hard. It puts a lot of pressure on defensive teams because with his size and his field goal percentage is incredible. So he's been a huge piece for us.
Thanks, Trent.
Hey, Trent. Earlier today, Hunter Dickinson said if they want to claim their Big Ten champs, I guess Iowa can do the same. Wisconsin might as well. Maryland, Penn State, anyone could be the Big Ten champs if they want. Do you kind of have a response to that as the guy that was carrying the Big Ten champ sign?
That was regular season. We're in postseason now, so we're not focused on that. We're focused on the Big Ten championship, national championship. Bigger things. So obviously you got cut short, but our guys are happy. We're bouncing off the walls over here. We're very excited. To get going. Like Scott said, being able to, last year our season got cut short. And to, see where we're at right now, we're excited, man. Every guy's in this locker room, every coaching staff, we're excited. We're not going to respond to stuff like that. We just going to focus on the main thing. And, that's winning the Big Ten championship right now and, moving forward. So we're just going to get ready, prepare for this tournament and, continue to do what we've been doing.
You guys could be in Indianapolis for quite some time if you continue to win in the NCAA tournament. So how much did you pack? What have you kind of brought to Indianapolis?
Oh, everyone's packing, for a month. That's our goal. That's all I can say right now. We're packing for a month. We have bigger goals. And we have, unfinished business. Obviously, with everyone, no one wants to see us, be successful, win. But I know that every coaching staff has our back. Josh Whitman has our back, and I know Illini Nation has our back. So that's what it's all about. And we just gotta, go shock the world and go, do what we do.
Thanks, Trent.
Hey, Trent, you just mentioned Josh Whitman. Did you get a chance to read the letter that he wrote? I know some of the guys have and haven't, but just what were your kind of thoughts that, he at least went to bat for you guys there?
He's been a tremendous leader for us, since day one. I think the most important thing is, obviously with our first 2 years, we didn't have a winning program. He never gave up on us. He never gave up on his team. The coaching staff, the players who's been here from day one. He's just, a tremendous leader. And it just shows, the character, the person he is, just knowing that, our athletic director has our back and, he's going to fight for us. So I think that's huge. Like I said, like he said, that's the regular season. We're focused on big rings and bigger dreams. And, we have big goals, and that's the mindset we're going into this with, and playing for.
And looking ahead to this postseason, you guys are in a much different position than you've been in your previous years at Illinois. How different does this one feel just coming in as, potential or should be one seed in the tournament and kind of knowing that, you guys are really in that national championship discussion? Just how different does it feel for you, especially since this could be your last go?
It's exciting, I think it was exciting last year. I think every guy has the same feeling, obviously with our season being short. But I think, the thing about this team, this coach that we obviously, we're that's what we played for all year to get the one seed, but, we can't look at that, us playing, different 16 seed, I don't think that matters when it, March, we just got to go out there and, do what we've been doing the whole season, playing our best basketball for 40 minutes and, just, shocking the world. So we're excited. Like I said, we're bouncing off the walls over here and we're just, ready to, to get going.
Thanks, Trent.
Trent, as a guard who, a little similarly to Andre, played a huge role in your freshman year at Illinois, and then, seeing him be such a big part of these wins down the stretch, what do you just think his potential is and, the type of player that he can be going down the line for Illinois?
I think that the whole thing is, to summarize it up, it's just confidence. Me and him, we've been getting into it every day in the gym, Chin, every day. I think the biggest thing right now is his confidence. And I think, me and Io as vets, we continue to help him. He's one of those guys that loves to play perfect, but this game is not perfect. He always beats himself up for missed shot or something, but and that's okay. Freshman, being a freshman, that's going to happen. But he's learned a lot from us. He's stepped up. As coach would say, he's not a freshman anymore. He's a sophomore. But I think the biggest thing is his confidence. His confidence is through the roof, and he's playing unbelievable for his team. And he's been a huge piece winning the last few games of the season.
And then, you mentioned confidence. It seems like, young Trent played with a similar swagger that Curbelo plays with, even though, your game's a little different. Do you see some of yourself in him? And in that sense, have you tried to, mentor him a little bit?
I don't see myself, man. I mean, he's a special player. He's one of those guys you can't, you can't teach. It's certain things you can't teach that he does. He's like I say, he's a special player. He creates a lot of shots for players. With his his ability to be unbelievable passer, getting in the paint. He's like a little. I tell him he's a little snake. He's always slithering in through the defenses. But Belo's a special player. And think for me being a vet, I'm happy that he always is asking me questions. What he can do better. What he can learn from. That's special to me. The younger guy like that, just looking up to a vet to learn. Different types of things, different strategies. Just me being here for 4 years, but like I said, Belo's an unbelievable player. He's special, and he's only going to continue to get better from now.
Thanks, Trent.
Yep.
Hey, Trent, we've talked a lot about your evolution on the defensive side of the ball. You're making the all-defensive team. What's the key for you, or how do you feel like you developed from where you were as a freshman to being on the all-defensive team now?
I think it's just taking pride on defense. I think that's what it's all about. Taking pride. Guarding the basketball. Being able to not let your guys score. And I've learned that throughout my years here. It's not all about scoring, and that's where I've decided to grow in that area, to be both sides play both sides on the basketball. I love like guarding each team's best player. I love hounding them. Obviously with me being a smaller guy, I have to be good on that side because guys can just post me up. But I take advantage of that using my speed, my instincts, and just my IQ on that side of the basketball. So and also I just go out there and do what the coach tell me. The coach tell me to guard the best player. They don't want him to score. That's what I try to do every night. I try to make it tough on each opponent's best player, and do my best, and bring that spark, that energy for my team, to help them, win.
And then we've heard of like other teams, they play like Uno, or they have different things that they kind of do to bond when you guys are stuck in a hotel or in your apartments. Do you guys have anything like that? Like, how do you think you'll pass the downtime for what you hope is a month in Indianapolis?
We play a lot of different games. This team has bonded a lot. There's a lot of different, type of characters on our team. We got dancers, comedians, just a lot of, fun guys. We play a lot of Fortnite together, play cards, we play Uno too. We do a lot of different things. We're always hanging out together, just bonding. And, it's, I think that's what's, brought this team so close together because, so much time off the court, being in the hotels, like you said, guys go to each other's rooms, just hang out, talk, play the games, do whatever, and I think that's important, it's at the end of the day, off the court is just going to be, that's what's going to make us stronger on the court, learning different things about each other and, just knowing, what we do. So like I said, it's fun, being around these guys all the time, and it's been, a fun season.
Appreciate it, Trent. Thank you.
Trent, you've had the opportunity to play in front of a few small crowds around the Big Ten, only 100. Have you thought at all about what it's going to be like to be in Lucas Oil Stadium with, actual fans there again, being able to buy tickets, and maybe what that'll be like after a year of playing without crowds like that?
I was talking to the freshman the other day. I was telling him, like, with our arena being 15,000, and through this whole year playing with 100 fans, 50 to 100 fans, Big Ten is what the Big Ten has 8,000 fans. I don't know what the number is, but that's going to feel like 20,000, and it's going to be a fun game. Obviously with the drive, Atlanta Nation being there, 2-hour drive. It's going to be fun. That game's going to be. The games are going to be intense, and it's that's what it's all about. It's March. This is the best basketball of the year. It's the best time, and this is what we want to be a part of, and this is what we worked for all year to get to this point. So, like I said, those guys are ready for it. They're excited. Like I said, we've been bouncing off walls, and we're just really ready to get going.
Thanks, Trent.
Yep.
Hey, Trent, I just have one or two. When Io committed to Illinois, I think a lot of fans probably felt like that could be one of the first moments of this program getting to where you guys are at now. Do you remember if you had any thoughts or I guess any memories of him committing or I guess even playing together freshman year and thinking, we can maybe get to this point of being a 1 seed or competing for a national title in a couple of years?
Obviously, us recruiting him, I never watched videos of like recruits and stuff like their mixtapes or anything, but just him coming here, when he first stepped on here, he already knew he was a special player, just the type of game he had when we played open gym. He made it very challenging on defensive guys, because his length. He was a really good player, but like you say, it started to hit me, my junior year when he was a sophomore. He started hitting big shots down the stretch for this team, and he became one of those guys we really trusted in. Like I said, our guy, and he's developed in many different areas in his game. He's involved, that I believe the best player in the country. No, not even close with anybody else. And like I said, he's just been our guy, our leader since then. So I'm very, happy for him, to see where he's grown and where we're at right now. And just, it's special, being beside him, his backcourt partner, and just playing alongside him, it's very special seeing, the growth, he's added to this team and himself.
You mentioned it being special playing with him in the last couple of years. How special is this last run going to be for the two of you guys playing in that backcourt together, sharing it together with you being a senior and him obviously declaring for the draft?
Very special. Obviously he's been my guy since day one when he got on here. We've created a lot of memories. Obviously with his first year being here, where we were and now where we're at right now, we've created a lot of memories. We bonded so much. We know each other's game from head to toe, and just the competitor he is. He's a really special player, and I'm gonna miss that. So, but I'm excited, to go on this run with him, and and like I said, shock the world, make history.